Good evening, guys. It's your bro Richie here again. Tonight in this video, I'm back with another car explanation video for y'all. And tonight I'll be talking to you about one of the greatest cars, and this one has the longest name ever. So strap yourselves in, turn on your motor, and shift into first gear, e-brake down, and get ready for the ride. And get ready for the drive of the lifetime, because today I'll be talking to y'all about a car that I've wanted to talk about for a while, and this one has the longest name in the world. So, without any further ado, let's get started. So, tonight I'll be talking to y'all about the Scuderia, Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus SCG 003. Oh my god, that literally, I never knew, like, I mean, literally, the cars I talk about that have such short names, but this, the longest I've ever said, like, Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus SCG 003. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get started. This should be interesting. So, overview is first, so let's do it. So, manufacturer is obviously by Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus. So, manufacturer Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus. So, manufacturer Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus LLC. Production was 2014 and onwards. Assembly So production was 2014 and onwards, and assembly, despite it being an American race car, it was assembled in Rivalta di Torino, which is in Italy. Designers were Lowy Vernier. I can't pronounce it correctly. Born May 9th, 1974, age 51, from Kortnishk. I can't pronounce it, but it's spelled K-O-R-T. Kortnishk. I can't pronounce it, but it's spelled K-O-R-T. So K-O-R-T, R-I-J-K in Belgium. Sorry, I have to zoom in because I couldn't really see that well. So K-O-R-T, so K-O-R-T, so K-O-R-T, so K-O-R-T, R-I-J-K from Belgium. So age 51. So Lowy, I can't pronounce that. L-O-W-I-E. Verniers is a Flemish designer and the founder and creative director of Grand Studio, based in Turin, Italy. He's part of the third gen of a prominent artistic family. He previously served as design director at Pininfarina. In 2010, Automobile Magazine ranked him 12th on its list of the world's 25 most influential car designers. Anyways, moving on. So back to the car. So overview. Obviously, first let's do it. So manufacturer was by Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus LLC. Production 2014 and onwards. Assembly Rivolta di Torino, Italy. Designers Louis Vermeersch, Giovanni Picardo, and Goran. So Giovanni Picardo and Goran uh, Goran Popovic. Can't pronounce it correctly, but it's spelled Popovic. Supposedly that's Polish, Slovakian. I don't really know. Belarusian. I'm not too sure. So it's Popovic with the comma on the top at Grand Studio. Body and chassis next. The class was a sports car, part of the segment, and also a race car. Body style two-door coupe. Layout. Body style two-door coupe. Layout, rear mid-motor, rear-wheel drive. Powertrain is next. So for the motor, there's two types. So there's Competizione and Stradale. So for the Competizione, it's got a Honda HR 35 TT. So a Honda HR 35 TT, a 3.5 liter twin turbocharged V6 motor, and then so that's the Competizione, and the Stradale. Stradale has the BMW S63 motor, a 4.4 liter, so a 4.4 liter reverse flow twin turbo V8 motor. So the BMW S63, a 4.4 liter reverse flow twin turbo V8 motor. Power output for the Competizione is 490 horsepower, and so 490 horsepower, or close to 500 horsepower, 516 pound-feet, 700 newton meters. So 516 pound-feet, 700 newton meters. For the Competizione. For the Stradale, 750 horsepower and 590 pound-feet, 800 newton meters. The same as a Porsche 911 Turbo and Turbo S 992. So that's for the Stradale. So the Stradale makes more power and torque than the Competizione. Transmissions is next. So gearbox, for the Competizione, it's a Hewland 6-speed sequential manual. So for the Competizione, it's a Hewland, a 6-speed sequential manual. For the Competizione, and for the Stradale, it's a CIMA, CIMA, 7-speed twin clutch automatic, preferably with launch control. Dimensions is next. Wheelbase, dead on straight at 2700 millimeters, 106.3 inches in wheelbase. Length, dead on straight at 4810 millimeters, 189.4 inches in length. Width, 1994 millimeters, 78.5 inches. So width 1994 millimeters, 78.5 inches in width. Height 1108 millimeters, 43.6. So height 1108 millimeters, 43.6 inches. Curb weight is between 2866 and 2976 pounds, 1300 to 1350 kilos. Reason being is because the Competizione was 110 pounds, 50 kilos heavier, which was restricted, than the Stradale, which was lighter. Chronology is next. The successor was the SCG 004 or 004. which I'll talk about next. Anyways, so moving on. So the SCG 003, developed under the code name P33. Yeah, P33. I have to get closer because it looks like it's spelled, it says PS3, but it's P33. Usually referred to as simply Glickenhaus SCG SCG 003. So SCG 003. So the Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus, well, SCG 003. So SCG 003. Developed under the uh, codename P33. Usually referred to as simply Glickenhaus SCG. Glickenhaus SCG 003 is a limited edition sports and race car, both developed and manufactured by American boutique car maker SCG, Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus. So Scuderia Cameron Glickenhaus LLC, first announced as P33 in 2013. The SCG 003s launched in 2015 at the Geneva Motor Show. Designed and engineered, um, designed and engineered in Italy. Designed and engineered in Italy by Paolo Garella. It's industrialized and assembled by Manifatturia Automobili Torino and Rivalta di Torino. Louis Vernier, Giovanni Picardo, and Goran Popovic for the Turin-based Grand Studio oversaw the complete development of the design, external and internal. On July 18th, 2017, SCG LLC's application to NHTSA, I think it was National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, so NHTSA to be a NHTSA to be a LVM, low volume manufacturers, deemed approved, enabling it to manufacture up to 325 turnkey cars instead of the start-stop system. So 325 turnkey cars per year that don't need to adhere the federal crash test and airbag standards, but still need to comply with emissions, but still need to comply with emissions and safety standards in the state that they're recognized in. Next, variants. The companies plan to produce three variants of the SCG 003, covering. So the companies plan to produce three variants of the SCG 003, covering competition racing, track days, and road driving, all with the same modular chassis to allow interchangeable parts. The variant, which competes in the 24 hours Nordschleife Nürburgring, is called the 003C, or competizione spec, it's an FIA approved race car with a series approved V6 from Honda. Um, with a series approved Honda V6, Hewland Racing gearbox, 6-speed, and race aero parts. The 003 CS, or Competizione Stradale, would be in between both the Stradale and Competizione versions in terms of both specification, and pricing. The 003 CS is essentially a track-oriented but road-going, so a track-oriented but road-going version with only a minimal, so essentially a track-oriented but road-going version with only a minimal number of allowances made in order to make it road legal. The 003s Stradale, the third model in the 003 series, is a more luxurious version of the 003C, featuring a livable interior and street can't even talk. Street friendly aerodynamic features. It's the most street oriented version of the 003. Both the Stradale and Competizione Stradale came standard with street legal tires and a 4.4 liter twin turbocharged BMW S63 V8 motor to meet emissions regulations. For track days, however, non-street legal items could be swapped in both cars. So non-street legal items could be swapped in both cars due to the modular nature of the cars and interchangeable parts. Next, technical specs. The race version, called the SCG 003C, wherein the C denotes Competizione, which is Italian for competitions, powered by a Honda HR 35TT, a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6, taken from the Honda Daytona prototype, which is interesting. Honda Daytona prototype, which essentially looks like some Celine. So, Honda Daytona prototype, and tuned to deliver a maximum power output of 500 horsepower, restricted under FIA regulations. The motor is tuned by Autotecnica Motori of Italy. The car also has an increased weight of 2976 pounds, 1350 kilos, also required by FIA regulations. The 003CS, a model in between both the 003C and the 003CS, a model in between both the 003C and 003C and 003S, where the 003C and 003S, where the CS denotes Competizione Stradale, Italian for competition street, has the same power output as the 003 as the same power output as the 003S, and uses the same motor but has a new carbon fiber rear wing and aero parts, and weighs dead on straight at 2600 pounds, 1180 kilos. The 003 CS is meant to be a track day car, which can be made road legal after the installation of road tires. So the installation of road tires and number plates. The road going, so the street model called the SCG 003S, where in the S denotes stradale, which is Italian for street, will be, which is Italian for street,